Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new to my channel, my name's James, aka Recreational Runner. I've been running for about 7 years. The last 2 years I've been a qualified leader in running fitness, but I've been out of running for roughly 8 months now, and you currently join me on week 7 of my return to running with a primary focus on getting my fitness back and losing a bit of weight. During my absence, due to the birth of my gorgeous baby daughter Sophia, my fitness has plummeted and my weight has increased. I'm on this journey, I'm vlogging my journey, and I'm learning along the way. And if you've been watching, you'll realise that last week I remembered, thanks to some friends from my running club, the 80-20 rule. And it got me thinking about the intensity level I'm training at. It also got me researching heart rate running, and I quickly realised for the last 6 weeks I've been training too hard. I've been trying to match paces I did months and months ago, which is a bad idea. So with all that in mind, I'm specifically sharing my journey and my tips and tricks with a view to helping anyone who's new to running, or anybody that has tried running before and didn't like it. Maybe you did a couch to 5k and you got injured or exhausted, fatigued, and you quit and you didn't finish it. Or you may have even done the couch to 5k. Yay, well done you. But maybe that was it for you. You stopped, your fitness has plummeted again, and your weight's gone back up. This is about lifestyle changes, introducing exercise into your week to maintain and manage your weight better, to maintain and manage your fitness moving forwards forever. So during my research for the channel, I've done a lot of looking into the couch to 5k for beginners, because that's been a big kind of craze and fad for the last few years, thanks to the BBC partnering with the NHS and lots of celebrities to really promote the app, promote the online guide. And what I realised when looking into it is it's introducing people new to running to the concept of interval training. Now, if you've ever been part of a running club or coached, interval training is normally part of your speed training, your moderate to high intensity training. I see why they do it, because the intervals are walking and running, but there doesn't seem to be any guidance on what pace or indeed heart rate you should be using during your run. And my guess, and I have spoken to a few people that have done it, is you just walk and then you run as hard as you can. And after a few weeks, people start to get lung burn, fatigue, achiness. They don't like it, they don't enjoy it, so they quit. The other problem with any form of high intensity training, but specifically running, because it's the most high impact sport, you can see me bouncing up and down here, and primarily you're going to be running on hard surfaces, roads and pathways. I'm on a gravel track, canal path. So it's high impact, it's your whole body weight on your skeletal system, your ligaments, your joints, and your muscles. So if you blat it and do lots of interval training, especially if you come from a really poor low base of fitness, it's going to be really strenuous. So this is where I come in, hopefully. Or not just me, there's plenty of people on the internet talking about this, but it's very confusing. I'm trying to keep it simple. Run low intensity using your heart rate, and I'll list stuff in the description about how to work out an average heart rate, and you'll find it's a lot easier. One thing you'll notice from my channel, please bear with me, there's a lot of cuts in footage because I do waffle and I do tend to go off on tangents. So I try to stay focused, but it's hard when you're running. So high impact sport. Running is a high impact sport, obviously, that's going to put a lot of fatigue on your body. And if you come into it new and you go out doing lots of hard efforts frequently, it's going to put a lot of stress on your body, a lot. And a lot of people might find they get injured. Now, a case in point, and I hope Andy Clayton doesn't mind me giving him this shout out. It's a channel I found in my research where Andy Clayton did the Couch to 5K, and he did it well. It's a fantastic channel. Andy's really charismatic. He presents the camera really well. He's funny, and he's witty, and it's really, really easy to watch. So check it out if you're thinking about the Couch to 5K. But the warning I want to put in, and I hope Andy doesn't mind, after Andy did the Couch to 5K, he had a break, and then he decided to do a bridge to 10K, and literally this week is when I discovered this. He's got injured. Now, he had a gap in between his 5K, and he went out with an unstructured plan to do 10K, and his thoughts were about pace and about distance. I want to reverse all of that for people, and we want to talk about heart rate and low intensity for the majority of your sessions, 80%. And he's got injured, but hopefully he's on the path to recovery. We shared comments today actually, and hopefully I can help him out a little bit, and other people can as well. It's not just about me. Just a disclaimer again, I'm a leader in runner fitness. I'm not a coach. I can't do individual training plans for people. I've just got tips and tricks from 7 years experience. So yeah, the high impact element of it, the whole point that I'm talking about is if you increase distance and you increase pace suddenly or with a rest, or just generally. I used to train with my running club, and I love the running club, and I'll talk more about running clubs generally in another video. But it's human nature when you run with a group of people, especially if they're similar ability, to compete. It's in our nature. We want to compete. We want to beat people. We want to run. And I found, even though I did it for 7 years, I got injured a lot. I've been injured lots of times. And I've only realised now, literally in the last week or 2 weeks, reason being, I was always training, probably almost the reverse. I was probably doing 70% of my training at moderate to high intensity level, and only 30% at easy pace or low intensity. And that is asking for trouble. That is asking for injury risk. It's asking for increases in cortisol levels, which can make you depressed, can definitely make you fatigued, can give you digestive problems, reduce your immune system. And I was known in the running club for a long period, especially when training for half marathons and the London Marathon in 2018, for being sick note. I was sick a lot and always getting colds. And I think that's why, because when I was training, I was always training as fast as I could. Now I'm trying out this other way. Now, it's difficult. I've read about it. It's difficult to hold yourself back if you've got a good base of fitness. If you're an experienced runner, you're used to going a certain pace, and it's actually really difficult to control it and rein yourself in and go slower. But elite athletes do it, world-class athletes across multiple disciplines, skiing, Nordic skiers, runners, cyclists, triathletes, they all train with the 80-20 rule. So that's the premise, and it works for elites, so it should work for everybody, especially if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner with no base, maybe you're overweight, maybe you've not done any fitness for years and years and years, it's the perfect introduction to running. Low intensity, ease yourself into it, get your body used to it. So that's my journey. They're the tips and tricks I'm sharing. Let's finish today's run, which is a 30-minute session at low intensity. I did run on Monday as well. I can't remember if I recorded because I didn't bring the camera, so I will put a sidebar right now to prove my run on Strava. Yesterday I did a high intensity session on the bike. I'm using it as a high intensity. I had some debate with people about whether it was or not, but we did a charity cycle thing at work, and I helped out and I followed 3 riders. I was blowing by the end of it. For me, it was high intensity. Yeah, I've posted another separate video about that because it's quite long. So I'm actually on holiday next week in Italy. I don't know how much running I'm going to get in because we've got 2 kids with us. Sophia, who's only 6 months old, and Evie, who's 8. So it's going to be a lot of looking after the kids on the seaside and doing family stuff. So unless I get up super early, which I'm not good at, I don't think there'll be much running, but there'll be lots of walking and swimming. And what I'm going to have to do is be very good with my diet. But nutrition is key if you are trying to lose weight and maintain weight, manage your weight. You can't outrun a bad diet. You've got to do both things in conjunction if you're trying to lose weight. So bear that in mind. I'm not a nutritionist though, so I'm not going to give you much advice on that. You've got to do that yourselves. And if you are completely new to running and you've got no idea, kit and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to do a separate video, advice for beginners in terms of kit, running shoes, getting your gait analysis done, really important, running safe, making sure you've got emergency contact details, or you're running with friends and family or in a group. Make sure you risk assess the route you're going to take, don't get lost, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do in another separate video. So watch out for that coming soon. Hope that all made sense, and hopefully you'll subscribe, like, share, comment, get involved, and let's help each other out.